So what's up?
The last 3 or 4 claps I did on podcasts were always I barely missed my hands. So this is
just a whiff.
Clapping is hard. Hey guys,
it is.
I hear you
except when someone tells you to clap at this exact number, and then it becomes a near impossible task.
I know.
The more the lead up time is for the clap, the more I start to overthink how to clap.
Yes.
You know, if you're constantly missing your claps, I might suggest you do the old elbow trick. Just stare at your elbows and don't think about the clap.
Okay.
That's how high fives work. I'm sure it works for claps.
I'm always staring at elbows and not thinking about the clap.
God.
More people should do
say
this.
Me when I'm an elbow fetishist who's me being an elbow fetishist about to get the clap. Damn,
God.
that girl's got some fucking bones on her arms.
She's a girl and she's got elbows.
I not to get anyone in the audience too riled up, but I do in fact have elbows. I'm ready to admit that.
Wow.
Damn,
Right.
that takes courage.
Broke is purposefully taking your selfies so as to make sure your feet are not in the picture. Woke is to do that but with elbows.
Mm-hmm. But you cannot do both at the same time is the thing, right?
You can't hide both your elbows and your feet.
Because the thing is about the human anatomy is that if you hide your elbows, your feet have to be in the picture just by
right. It's like that. It's like that. I'm pretty sure fake thing that the pseudoscience that people love to pass around about being blind makes your smell better. I don't know if that's real. That might be real.
I don't know. I know.
I don't know.
Few
I've never
things.
been blind or smelled good. So
Sure. Right. Cool. Right on.
I think so I'm sure you've smelled good, but I don't know how well. I don't know how well you smell.
yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I just
Superman
went
smells
into a
good.
different direction and I decided to roll with it.
You smell well.
You smell fine.
Yes. Oop, Roy got sent to the shadow realm.
You smell well. Superman smells good.
Exactly. That is the joke. Sarah. You flipped it and reversed it.
Roy, you there? You were lighting up for a second.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
My internet decided to just not exist for a second, but I'm back. It's fine.
You got.
My internet wisely decided that I wasn't going to be here for the majority of the elbow conversation. So
There was so much great elbow stuff.
yeah.
Really,
Well,
really
let me
good
hold on.
content.
Let me
Nope.
hold on. Celebrelbows.com.
Oh, no.
See if this exists.
Oh no.
Well, it'd be
Nope.
wiki elbows, wouldn't it?
Wiki elbows.
Wiki
That's
elbow.
it. Wiki elbows. Anything? Nope.
Man.
Elbows, wait a minute, electricianwiki.com product, elbows, nipples, and couplings?
Okay.
Oh yeah, the construction workers love to name all their tools some super perverted shit. I'm pulling out my penis wrench to use on this pussy bolt.
I found something incredibly bad. If you Google wiki
Alright.
elbow, the first thing, please don't click on it because I had a typo, but it did give a result that says wikielbow.com, and it's a Twitch clip, and it's incredibly disgusting. Don't look at this. I don't know what I was looking at, but
I need to find this Twitch clip now.
Yeah, now we have to know what it is.
Thank you, Philip, in your clip of wikielbow.com.
Yep, that's it. That's the one.
Oh, you look great, Philip.
Philip
Giamatti.
Philip Giamatti.
Philip Giamatti.
I think that's who was in this movie because he was very bad in it.
Yeah, this movie, man, we can't talk about the movie in the cold open, but man, this movie. Have you found Wiki Elbow, Sarah?
Yeah, I found. I'll post wiki. Let me post wiki elbow.
Good
Please,
God.
I can't find it.
Okay.
Honorable, what is it? Crunchy honorable fungus something.
Twitch loves to
Honorable
just mash
fungus.
4 nouns together to make their or 4 or 5 words together to make their link titles. And the thing is that they recently ran out. They hit their dictionary limit, I guess.
What?
I mean, with the number of with it being like the only streaming service, and people making countless clips a day, like large numbers, eventually you're gonna run out of words.
I've never
Twitch
noticed that.
You do need to remember that Twitch has been around for like 10 years and has had an extremely fervent user base for that time. I don't know how long they've been doing this for, but like there is like an old League of Legends gif for my team that I support that was like so recognizable that I could it was like Shallow Arachnid something or other. Let me see if I can find that.
The bottom line is number go up.
Number go up.
Number go up.
Number machine go burr.
Annual Shallow Black Widow Spider was the clip I'm thinking of from 6 years ago.
Jesus.
Crunchy Honorable Giamatti.
Crunchy Honorable Giamatti.
Crunchy Honorable
Giamatti.
I was just gonna say, entirely unrelated, but one thing that has been on my mind, like in the past, like few hours, and I want to get like everyone who's listening to this to get on my side and say that I am right to get mad about this. But, so I have my most successful podcast is Who Watches the Watch. I'm going to talk about the Discord series. There's actually like a ton of other Discord podcasts, but there's like a few bigger ones, and we have like in the recent, like in the last year, been like recognized, shouted out by some of the bigger names. Some of them are like friends with us. So there's been like a digital convention for like Discord fans where they had a podcasting panel, and they invited 4 other Discord podcasts, but they did not send an invite to us. They didn't even ask.
Shafted.
This is very funny because Blair, I don't know if you've been experiencing this, but I have I'm logged into the Wonder Yerks Twitter account on my phone, and I do have push notifications on just because I like to know when people are talking about my podcast. But my notifications have been overrun lately because 3 weeks ago, a different Animorphs podcast added all of the Animorphs podcasts and said we should make a super Animorphs podcast called the Animorphs Podcasters are going to be in the Animorphs movie. And so there's just been a ton of replies to that chain, and I listen. I like the hustle, but also Capelgate's disowned that work. I'm not fucking hustling for something that she and the other guy whose name I don't remember are not on board for. I'm not fucking going balls to the wall for a Percy Jackson situation.
Yeah. Also,
but anyway, the end of this story was like I posted on Twitter like that complaining about how we're being disrespected by the like Discord podcasting community. And I got a message from the host of Desert Island Discord, which is like the most popular Discord podcast. It has like 1,000 Twitter followers. And Al Kennedy messaged me. I did ask on Who Watches the Watch's behalf, but wasn't successful.
Oh dear.
It's not just that they forgot. Someone was like specifically asking for them to invite us, and they said no.
Oh dear.
Nega Janos was there saying no. Sonaj.
Sonaj is good. Sonaj is good.
All right, we should probably get into the episode.
I recommend it. Yes, let's.
Let's go. Now that I have let out all the frustration with this convention I would otherwise have had no interest in going to, but now that we've been like purposefully disrespected.
Ain't that about a bitch? I am angry on your behalf.
As am I.
My recommendation for this episode is being mad on Janos's behalf.
Thank you.
Sarah, start the podcast.
to Fear Baiting, everyone. It's your number one Aaron Sorkin writing room podcast. I'm Sarah.
Shut up. I'm Blair.
And we're joined this week by not one, but two special returning guests. We've got Roy.
Hey!
And Janos.
Hello.
Returning for the second edition of March Night Shyamalan, which is our...
Yes.
Our
Coincidentally,
spontaneous...
also, the last time I was in this podcast was also in March 2020.
Oh, wow. Oh, that was too long ago. That was too long. No, Janos, the last time you were on this podcast was like 5 years ago. That was not last March. That was not last March.
Oh, dear. Time
Anyways,
passes.
this entire thing would not have come together were it not for Janos reaching out, because I had not had anything planned for March, and then when Janos was signing up for a slot, he was like, "Hey, so you've already got like Signs and The Happening in March, and I mean the me slot could be a M. Night Shyamalan thing if you want to do a theme month." And I'm like, fuck yes, that's perfect, especially because, and it's all worked out so wonderfully because now we get to do our 200th episode at the end of this month on The Sixth Sense.
Oh, Sixth Sense, not Signs. We
Not
started with
Signs.
I'm so excited for you to do the
I'm
Sixth
traveling back in
Sense.
time.
Our 197th episode was Signs, and our 200th episode will also be Signs.
So will our
This would be very
201st.
funny.
Go ahead.
But I was gonna say I'm so excited for you to do Signs because not Signs, Sixth Sense. Now I am getting the brain worms. I'm so excited for you to do Sixth Sense because that's like I watched that movie like 2 years ago and I still think it's a really good movie.
It's a good movie.
but-
I think that it's like yeah, I think it's good.
It's good, and more importantly, it's not only good, but it also has like good performances.
Yes.
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment's great in that movie. I love little baby Sora.
And Bruce Willis does okay too.
Yeah, Bruce Willis does a great
is
job
good.
in that. I'm just
It
like
has, like-
I'm always impressed by a child actor.
It has like themes that are, somewhat relatable, right?
Coherent.
Yes.
Coherent, yeah. It is not.
I have no
about
idea why
how
I have
M.
no
Night
idea why you're bringing
Shyamalan
this up
is
because
Jesus.
the movie that we watched for today is also extremely potent with themes and
Themes and plot and characters.
Those
okay,
things definitely
I will not
happen.
go so far as to say that it has plot or characters, but there are themes, and the themes are mainly that writers are good and film critics are bad.
Yeah, that is true.
God, this movie has like, oh my god,
This movie is insane.
This entire movie is fucking Tyrion at the end of Game of Thrones saying, who's the most powerful of all? Wizards? Sword fighters? Storytellers? And then
Narfs.
pointing at Bran.
This movie is Narf.
Narf.
This movie is the most embarrassing movie I
Paying
have
Peter
seen in my
Dinklage
life.
$300 on Cameo to get him to say Narf.
Please.
We're going to Narf.
So we watched M. Night Shyamalan's 2000 and I actually have no idea when this movie came out.
2004, I believe.
2000, really? Man, he was on a
Let me
roll.
double check that. Might have been 2006. 2006.
It
yes.
was
2006.
yeah, I know it was in the mid 2000s because my story about this, my quote unquote
Story?
pun intended, is that the saddest thing about this movie is that it's literally the only movie that I can think of off the top of my head that I saw with a friend in high school because I had no friends, and I was so fucking excited to do something with a friend.
Yes.
That, like, after I saw this movie, I was like, I tricked myself into thinking that it was good until like
dear.
the next morning, and then I woke up in a fugue state, like, what the fuck? No.
Oh my god. How
You-
old
you
were
were-
you there?
you were-
Like, not to date yourself, but...
I think it was my junior. I think I was 16.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
The
God.
2006, you're what? You're 31 now,
I'm
boy?
32.
32.
If it came out in
so
2006, I would have been 17, but
15
whatever, same
years
shit.
ago, yeah. Same shit.
God.
All
'Cause I
high
think-
school ages are exactly the same.
Like,
That's
fucking
just true.
watching this in 2021 for a podcast, I was able to get like some enjoyment out of this movie, but like all of the enjoyment was like, oh my god, I can't wait to talk about this.
If I had paid any sum of money
Yeah.
to see this movie, I would have fought tooth and nail to get it back. If I paid someone 5 cents for the torrent that I obtained very legally to watch this movie on, if I had to pay 5 cents, I would have fucking fought someone to the death to get those 5 cents back.
if I had watched this with a friend, I would be like embarrassed to talk to that friend ever again.
I would get a friend divorce.
I watched this with a friend, the friend that I live with.
Oh yeah, I watched this. I made like 4 of my other friends in a different server watch this movie with me.
And I will say, I was embarrassed while watching it that I was like, Emily, you don't have to be here. She was like, afterwards, she was like, yeah, several times I thought about just leaving, but I was like, no, I'm going to stay here in solidarity with Blair, who has to watch this entire movie.
Such a fucking embarrassing movie. Like, are you ready? There's a ton of bad movies in the world, right?
There is.
Oh, yeah.
But like, if you watch fucking, I don't know, what's a bad movie? If you watch like fucking the Kevin Smith
Kevin Smith Walrus Man.
Walrus
Tusk.
movie.
Yes.
Tusk, yes.
Speaking
So
of Haley
that's
Joel
like-
Osment.
Yes.
That's like bad, right? But you don't feel like actively embarrassed for the filmmaker to have put this into the world.
I know.
Right.
Oh.
It's rare that I feel embarrassed for Paul Giamatti.
Oh man,
The amount of cringe Paul has to post in this movie.
I felt so bad. She's not the actress I felt the worst for, but I felt so bad for Bryce Dallas Howard, who had nothing to do,
Nothing.
but had to be there all the time.
Dude, just on screen for 100 minutes and just doing like fucking manic pixie, like the manicest, pixiest, dreamist, girlist type
Except-
things.
Not manic at all. She's on like fucking Quaaludes. She is not doing anything.
That's true. Very calm pixie dream girl.
She's there to play literally a metaphor.
I know.
Her name is Story. Hold on. That one was so obvious that it took me until now to get it. Like I just like that one.
God.
Just like I was like, oh, this is a really stupid name, and it wasn't until I said it out loud right now that she is Story that I was just like, oh my fucking god, I hate this movie so much.
It was something looking at the cast of this movie before I started. And I was like, oh, Bryce Dallas Howard is in this. You know, if it's a bad movie, at least I really like Bryce Dallas Howard. You know?
She's like, not to say anything good about the movie The Village, which is the previous M. Night Shyamalan movie. At least you had to do something in that
Yes.
one. Like,
At least
this
there was
is such an interesting... Because y'all talked about Signs last week. And that's like a movie that is like fine.
Yeah. It's not great, but it's fine.
It's fine.
I was sitting here looking at the Wikipedia for this movie because I was so entranced by what was going on that this was a really hard movie to take notes for like alone, but I was also just like so entranced by what the fuck was happening that I couldn't really take my eyes off the screen. And I'm looking at the Wikipedia here and I'm seeing like there's always like a 2-sentence synopsis that's up at the top of the page, and I see the film's plot concerns the superintendent of a Philadelphia apartment complex who discovers a young woman in the swimming pool. Gradually, he and his neighbors learn that she is a water nymph, or narf. And I'm like, wait, shit. Is narf like an actual like thing? Is that like another word for like siren or something? And then I click water. I googled narf definition to figure this out. And Wikipedia says narf may refer to narf, a fictional creature, a sea nymph in the film Lady in the Water.
Yeah. You know what the backstory is
And
for
also
the story?
Narf, an injection used by the cartoon character of Pinky in Pinky and the Brain.
Sarah, do you know what the backstory for the whole Narf myth is? Because there is one.
What?
So this movie was released alongside with a book called Lady in the Water, called a bedtime story, written by M. Night Shyamalan.
This movie was marketed as like a bedtime story by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Like that poster that we put up in the
that book is just the Narf story. With like illustrations for children, and it's apparently like a bedtime story M. Night Shyamalan came up with to tell his kids about what happens in their pool. Which cool dude, you're rich, you have a pool.
Why is it that 2 of M. Night's most like well-known bad movies have to do with his kids? There's this one which is like he made this up for his kids, and then there's The Last Airman, who was like came into being because his kids were like, we like to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender on Nickelodeon, and he said, I will make this into a movie. What? Like, I'm not saying it's their fault.
No.
but
I
do think we should try M. Night Shyamalan's Children in the Hague.
I think I think I'm trying to like create like a portrait of M. Night Shyamalan as a man through watching his movies.
Gotta.
I mean, this reveals a lot about him. Like the movie that came before this, The Village, was a movie that was like not good, but at least tried to do some things.
I thought it was interesting, you know? It was interesting.
It had some genuinely scary scenes. But that already suffered from having a twist ending revealed by M. Night Shyamalan's character. That was also just a really stupid twist.
What were we talking about like 2 seconds before you said that thing about The Village? I had something to say. I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
Trying his children in the
about
Hague?
M. Night Shyamalan
yes. I'm thinking about like we talk about how this and Avatar are both like things he made for his kids, and like I feel like that's the thing you hear trotted out like by like actors very often who are like, I'm pretty like financially set. I just kind of want to do, and this is like why you see like, you know, Carrie Elways as Bobbly Wobbly in the Oogie Loves Big Balloon Adventure, when he's like, I'm pretty fucking fiscally set, but I want to do something that the kids will enjoy. And you know, it's varying degrees of truthfulness depending on like, you'll see like, you know, Brendan Fraser was never doing anything for his kids. That man needed that paycheck for Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But but like for a director to be doing it, like it's not, this is not him saying, yeah, I'll appear in a movie for my, I am going to craft something from the ground up from whole cloth for my children.
You know what other director did the exact same thing though? Robert Rodriguez, he made Spy Kids.
Oh yeah.
Spy Kids was
Spy Kids or Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Now I don't know. Either one of those was like
no.
A story
He made Shark Boy and Lava Girl for his children. I remember reading in Disney Adventures magazine an interview with him where he talks about how his son would say, "Look, Dad, I'm Shark Boy," while they were playing in the pool together.
I feel like the difference is that Shark Boy and Lava Girl is actually for someone's kids. This movie is for M. Night Shyamalan, which I think that is the issue, because I don't know. I'm not going to make judgments on his actual moral character, so I'm not going to, you know, whatever. But I think he's a bit of an egoist who's very self-interested. And
no, what gives you that idea?
So I think whenever he is like, I'll do it for my kids, what he means is like, I'll do it so my kids respect me more.
I'll do it so my kids will say, wow, my dad can fucking move the film industry on our whims.
Yes.
My dad is freaking epic.
Yes. And so it becomes about him, and then it's very strange, and it feels like
to interrupt the podcast, but I gotta kiss my dog.
Fallon is about to leave and they need to say goodbye to me.
I need to kiss my dog.
Thank you. Hello, Fallon.
Bye, Fallon.
Bye, Fallon.
Hello. Healing moment.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you going on your errand?
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
Their
so we start like talking about the
their
actual
weekly
plot.
culprit errand.
Their what? Their weekly what errand?
Culprit.
I see.
Yeah.
Their weekly sticky icky job.
I see.
The sticky icky run.
The amount of serotonin.
Responsible.
Yes. Because you're the one packing it into it. Yeah. I might have.
By being good.
We have fun here.
We have fun here.
The serotonin, Roy, I have to be honest, the serotonin I get from just hearing you and Fallon interact is such a delight.
I love that.
Let's
I'm gonna be
start
honest,
talking about the actual plot.
Yeah. I have like a really, I paid attention to this movie, but I still feel like I have imperfect understanding of what this plot was.
I wonder why.
You don't say.
It's just a whole lot of things happening, and none of them made sense. There was a moment in this movie where Paul Giamatti was running around looking for a writer, and I had looked down at my phone for maybe 5 seconds before that, and looked up and saw these exchanges, and I'm like, I understand something important is happening, but I don't understand why, and I don't understand what
that was this entire movie. Like they say the word like eagle one time, and then suddenly the next time they say it, it's like, you know, now it's like now and then there's the next time they say it feels like you're expected to know every. I'm gonna get this toothpick out of my mouth so I stop slurring my fucking speech. They say eagle like one time, and then the next time they say it like you feel like you have missed like 30 minutes worth of plot about the great eagle.
Yeah.
Great Itlun.
Man,
Scrunt.
Scrunt.
Can we talk about scrunt?
Can we talk about these words? How this allegedly comes from, like, some non-specified, but I guess supposed to be Korean language. The famous Korean language words of scrunt and narf.
Right, because we meet our Paul Giamatti as Cleveland Heap, which is
Good name.
A great name.
Paul at his Giamattist.
Paul's be Giamatting.
And he is like the superintendent of a apartment complex, and he finds the titular. I'm just going to try and do a quick rundown of this plot so we can get into the shit of it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So, Paul Giamatti finds titular lady in the water, whose name is Story. We find out that Story is what is called a narf, and when Paul Giamatti attempts to take her back into the pool to return her to the blue world, which she talks about, they are attacked by what is called a scrunt. Paul Giamatti just asks around the complex trying to figure out who it is. It turns one of the women, a young Korean woman, says, "Oh, my grandmother used to say the word narf when telling us bedtime stories. Let me ask her about it." So grandma gives him the rundown, and so suddenly we are all trying to get they have to meet a writer who is played by M. Night Shyamalan himself, and when the writer meets Story, the narf, the writer will become inspired to create a great work of writing that will eventually inspire a president, and he will also be assassinated for his beliefs at some point. They then have to all work together to get fucking Story back into the blue world. So they have to get together a coalition of the guardian, the symbolist, the guild, and the healer. They try and fucking do the matching of identity of people in the apartment complex to these identities. They fuck it up once, then they do it again, and they get it right that time. And Paul Giamatti, they throw a big party. The scrunt tries to attack Story, but then a guy who's only buff on one half of his body says "nuh-uh" and stares the scrunt down. But then he stops looking at the scrunt for a second, and the scrunt attacks. And the Tartudic, which I haven't talked about, but they're basically monkeys.
It's Rillaboom.
It's Rillaboom.
The 3 Rillabooms in a tree.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of the scrunt, and then the great Eatlin, the eagle, which is a giant eagle. Don't worry about it. It shows up and it takes Story home, and then that's the end of the movie.
That's the end.
You got
Sarah, it sounds like you listening to you describe that sounded like you telling me about a dream you had like 2 years ago that you remember really well, but it is a dream you had 2 years ago.
I would love to play a game where I get together Paul Giamatti, Bryce Dallas Howard, all the people involved with this movie, and I would pay real human money to any of them who is able to tell the narf story without slipping up.
I know.
There's no way anyone understood it. The
thing that really bothers me about this movie, besides everything else about it, the thing is that I kind of love this core concept as a story, Not like the whole everything that's happening, but the idea of this apartment complex where just a mundane apartment complex with this cast of characters, this ensemble cast, and then they're just pulled into some supernatural thing that affects the grand world order completely outside of them. I'm setting aside M. Night Shyamalan's character for this part of the conversation. And they just have to come together as this small community, as they have to come together to help write this supernatural thing that has just landed suddenly in their lap. I love that concept. This movie is awful.
There's very crucial on a very basic level, things that are very wrong or deeply strange about this movie that felt wrong or deeply strange about Signs, which is to say the camera work is bonkers. It's the shots. Oh my God. There's so many shots where you don't see the person talking the entire shot.
Yeah.
Right. It's just from there. It's just over the shoulder. It's like you're fucking in a Resident Evil game.
I think it's trying to be artful or whatever.
But it's not an art movie. It's not even like the genre. It doesn't. The plot doesn't try to do anything artful. You know.
Yeah, the first shot of this movie is Paul Giamatti's face from a close-up, and there's like a family in the background who are like rooting for him to kill like some sort of like animal or whatever that is like in their house, like a mouse or I don't know what that is. And it's just like a really long shot that is just like lingering on him, and he's just trying to like stab this thing, and we never really know what it is or like why this had to be the way we start the movie.
Yeah. And it goes on for such a long time.
Yeah, it's like tries to be played like as a I for so many bits of this movie, I have no idea if this should be funny or not.
I think it should be, but it's just strange because, it's the writing, because there's just sentences these people say that are just so wild. Because at one point, Paul Giamatti is like, "Oh, they're not a creature. There's no such thing as a creature," and I'm like, "What do you mean? There's no such thing as a creature?
No such thing as a creature."
I assumed it was some sort of like it meant like the implication was like, in this world, creature is something that is only used to refer to like something mythical. I would say a monster would be a better word to use than creature, because things are creatures.
Like I turn my head 180 degrees and I'm looking directly at a creature in a little, well, not a little tank, it's a 50-gallon tank, but no. She's in a tank. I have a creature in my room. There are creatures. I am a creature.
What are you talking about? There's no such thing as a creature. I do love this though, like God, Shyamalan's writing is so profoundly weird.
Yeah.
It's like this person has like, and even in his good movies, I think, like even in Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, it's like it still like has this artificial quality to it, but like to those movies, like they're like movies that are like trying to be weird or like effectively weird, I think, so it kind of works. But for this movie where all the characters are supposed to be like just your everyday like colorful characters you meet in an apartment complex, and none of them speak like a normal human person.
No,
I mentioned him in my synopsis, but there's Reggie, the guy who only works out one side of his body, which is honestly some of the funniest writing I've gotten from M. Night Shyamalan is just that one joke of the guy who's only buff on one side.
I do like that guy, and he does it for a scientific experiment.
It's a metaphor.
The critic in this movie,
the critic
is so fucking like everything that comes out of his mouth is insane, because he obviously holds disdain for literally everyone, but will humor Paul Giamatti's nonsense for way longer than is warranted.
Everyone in this movie is a cartoon.
Everything about this movie, like this is I said earlier that this is like a super embarrassing movie, and it's really embarrassing for like M. Night Shyamalan the person specifically, because every single aspect of this movie is supposed to like show his, how do I put it, like it's this ongoing like metaphor or this thing about how it's like him being the writer who will then save the world, right? And this story is gonna inspire him, and everyone comes together to fight it. And then there's
he says that he's going to inspire a future president who's an orator, which is like.
But it's like every single aspect of this movie is just like feeding into his ego. It's like this microcosmos that you like look at, and there's no characters. The critic is not a character. The critic is just there to be epically pawned.
Yes.
I need to just like devote the next 10 minutes of this podcast to talking about the fucking critic, because this critic is very obviously M. Night Shyamalan creating a punching bag of like he's strawmanning. He's strawmanning. It's like very specifically.
He's strawmanning.
He's very
harder
Roger
than anyone
Ebert
has ever strawmanned.
Yes.
He's very specifically strawmanning Roger Ebert. Like this guy is like the guy who's playing Bob Balaban, playing Harry Farber,
who,
like,
by the way, is such a funny guy in other like things I've seen him in.
He did look familiar.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been in a million things.
Yeah.
But he's all modeled after Ebert, because at one point Paul Giamatti asked him, "Hey, how was that movie?" And he said, "Oh, it sucked." But like everything out of this guy's mouth is just like a lampooning of all film critics who said that The Village was not good, because like Paul Giamatti is like, "Oh yeah, so you're a critic, right? You do any writing?" And the guy says, "I haven't done any writing in years." And like after he sees the movie, when Paul Giamatti asks him about it, he's like, "Oh, it sucked. The characters just said all their motivations. Who does that?" And they and yet another romantic movie where they confess their love in the rain. What makes everyone so fucking horny for confessing love in the rain? And it's just like yeah, bud. The way that he goes out is also
so on the nose.
The way he goes out is... Does anyone else want to take this? Because I'm still, like, processing it. Does anyone who watched this movie less recently than me want to take it, explain how he fucking dies?
I mean, go for it. Sorry.
Oh, no. If you want to say something, go for it.
No. I was just going to take the gauntlet, but Roy?
Yeah, okay,
you can have the gauntlet.
Oh, my fucking God. Okay, so he's walking down a hall. What the fuck? There's like an epic cut, because like the stoner guys, there's a coven of stoner men, comedy stoners, and they say something because they have some kind of revelation that I don't remember what it is, because who fucking cares?
Right.
And then it cuts to him. It cuts to epically owned critic man, and he's like walking down a hallway by himself, and he comes up on Funny Scrunt, and it's growling at him, and he does a big monologue about how this is the moment where the side character that everybody hates is gonna get away, and he's gonna learn a valuable lesson, but then he gets epically eaten alive by Grass Wolf, and that's how he dies, and then there's no mention of him ever again for the entire rest of the movie.
He talks to the camera for a minute and a half saying, well, if this were a movie, then there has not been any cursing or sex or violence prior to this point. So this movie is certainly PG-13, which means that you will I will close the door just barely before your claws get me. And it's just like, it
goes for fucking ever.
It's just like an insane thing. Like, this is such like a basic level to be interacting with this on, but like, why is this character saying this? Like, why is this character's reaction to say, well, I'm obviously in a movie right now, so
this man should have been like Roger Rabbit animated, and like everybody else could have been
regular
real life, and they would have bought it.
It's just the guy from The Critic. It's really just him.
But this scene is like, once again, this scene is so embarrassing because the point of the critic is, right? The point of the critic is that earlier in the movie, Paul Giamatti asks him when... We'll talk about the Asian family again, because I have some thoughts on them. They're really bad. Like
yes, we must.
The university student and her mom. But like basically he learns like some more elements of this myth about how there needs to be a fucking...
It's a guardian, a symbolist, a guild, and a healer. Yes. And also, while I'm here, I am just looking at the Wikipedia page, and there's just this insane start to a sentence on there, which, let me just get this to you. Yes. The Tartutic, an invisible simian-like quartet that serve as the Blue World's peacekeepers.
Do you think there's anyone, like, do you think there's a fandom for this movie?
No.
No.
I have to find out.
Roy, you find out.
Anyways, yeah, no, go on.
Yeah, so my point was, so he asks this film critic, because he knows stories, right? He has critiqued so many movies and stories, and then he's like, well, if this was a story, it would obviously, the guild would be like a group of people who you wouldn't expect them to be, and then he thinks, oh, it's the stoners, right? But the point is that the critic is wrong, because he thinks the stories are so predictable and always the same thing, the same scheme, but he's wrong about it. And then in this scene where he gets killed by the Scrunt, he's also like monologuing about how, well, if this was a movie, I would obviously not be killed because I'm the asshole character that barely gets away because it's a PG movie. But then he gets killed. Oh, expectations subverted. this critic fucking sucks because he thinks movies are predictable, but they're actually not predictable at all. I am M. Night Shyamalan. My movies are so fucking unpredictable. I have so many good twists at the end. I'm a genius, and critics just don't understand me. But the reason why this is so embarrassing is that while this scene is happening, where the critic is saying these things, you know exactly he's gonna be murdered, because you know that this is gonna be the point M. Night Shyamalan is trying to make.
Yes.
Incredibly predictable, and it goes on for so long. Oh my god.
Oh, don't do this, Roy.
His hands are just made of ham.
I'm just saying I had to provide proof.
For the listeners, Roy just dropped fanfiction.net /movie/lady in the water.
Yeah, there's two fanfics
There's
in here.
only two.
There's exactly two people in the world who like this movie.
Written, I have to say, written in 2014 and 2015.
What the fuck?
A Christian decade after this movie came out.
And
you know, these fanfictions are pretty short. We could just read these as a bonus episode.
I swear to fucking God.
Fanfiction.net has an app.
Fanfiction.net does have an app. There is.
Yeah, these are both
I did find one other thing,
and
this is not quite on the nose as much, but there is one one thing in on Archive of Our Own. Here it is. I haven't taken a look at it, but the title of this is Description of Lady in the Water through Google Translate, which I can't in any good faith bring this into your podcast since this is my podcast bit, but I'm just gonna put this here for if anybody wants to see.
Oh my God.
I will look at this.
What does it mean, run through? I guess maybe it'll say.
Just run through Google Translate a bajillion times, then like from English to Spanish, Spanish to French, French to German, German to Japanese, Japanese to like Hindu.
There's no way this could become more confusing.
Sanskrit. Hindu's not a language. Sanskrit's the one.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Oh man.
And then back to English. So I'm just gonna just grab a paragraph here, and I think we should have a little fun here. So. I'm gonna give you the original sentence, and then you'll get here's the original sentence. Heap goes to the critic for help in working out the identities of the other characters. The critic puts forward his suggestions. Heap then decides that the symbolist is Mr. Dury, the healer is Mrs. Bell, and the guild are the stoners. Translation: he received help from hip specialists to find other numbers. The superintendent raised his recommendation. Then Hip decided that the surgeon was Mr. Dory, the caretaker Miss Bell, and the company was white. Find more rooms with medical staff. The journal advises him. Hebe later claimed that the contract was white. Miss Bella.
Can I read a bit of this? Because I'm losing my fucking mind.
Oh, go for it.
By all means.
Okay, here's the original sentence. The woman is Story, a Madame Narf, which fucking put a pin in that. She is too scared to leave the apartment, so Heap holds her as he falls asleep. Story tells Heap that the Scrunt is hunting her and that she needs to give advice to a great person so that they can change the world. A Scrunt can only be defeated by a Tartugic. And then the translation is, the story of Mrs. Naff. She was too scared to leave the apartment, so Hep held her in his arms as she fell asleep. In this story, Hip says that Scrant is watching her closely to change the world. He should give him good advice. Scandal could beat Tartukich. Sorry. Women's history. I left the room as if he were asleep. Hebe said Kakan is currently watching the world change and needs really good advice. This may be Tartuk's curse.
God, we're having a lot of fun here, but I want to talk about Yang Soon and her mom.
Yes.
Can we please?
Yes.
Good God.
So this actress, whose name is Cindy Chang, doesn't sound like that.
No.
As you might have guessed. She's a
yes.
Chinese American actress who's grown up in Brooklyn. She sounds like a person from Brooklyn. She's doing a horrible accent in this movie.
My roommate is like, that's not even a Korean accent remotely. Like, even if she was going to do a bad Korean accent, she's not even doing, like, a bad Korean accent, you know?
This is a universe where, like, every Asian culture just, like, doesn't exist and it's just something completely different.
Scrunt.
Narf.
Yeah.
Narf.
And then, like, she's like a university student, right? And her first introduction is like she's like out there in I don't know, like it's when the critic moves in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the
She's a
critic
thotty
is like,
with a heart of gold.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and the critic like gives her a dismissive look, like, "Oh, there's no way she actually reads or whatever." And then like throughout, but for whatever reason, she likes Paul Giamatti, and she like helps him out with this Narf thing, and it's this entire Narf myth is relayed in the most obnoxious way.
It's so annoying because the person who knows the Narf myth is Young Soon's grandmother, who only speaks Korean. And so Young Soon has to be there for translating the entire time, which is like that's fine, but also like they do exposition through Young Soon's grandmother through Young Soon like 3 discrete times, and it gets less and less tolerable. The third time blows my mind. The third one is fucking mind blowing because the third one is
incredible.
He Paul Giamatti like kicks down Miss Young Soon's grandmother's door at like 8 p.m. Is like, let me talk to your daughter, and I need to know some things about the scrunts and the narfs. And she's like, hold on, my daughter is at club. I'm going to call her on my phone,
God.
and then you can talk to her while you talk to her while she is at a bumping club, and then she will translate to me, and then we will play telephone with this telephone.
It is so
It's
funky.
incredible.
Unfucking watchable. It goes on for so long. And it's like, and we get these reaction shots of like her giving him the phone. Then we hear like Young Soon, but with all this like party noise in the background, and she's like, "Oh, give me the phone back to my mom." And then like he gives the phone to the mother, but then he needs to go away because the mother hates him. So then we see like his like disgruntled reaction shots, and she's like looking, and then he gets the phone again, and then she tells the story. But then he asks again for more details, and then he has to give the phone back to her. It goes on for like 5 minutes, which is like, this is the central myth of your movie. You'll have to relay it in a way that isn't like, that is like in some way comprehensible.
It would be fine if they like did something with this. If it was like if they actually did play with the like Google Translate of it, you know?
Yeah.
And it like lost something, and maybe that is what contributed to them reading the whole interpretation thing wrong. But no.
Yeah.
Child,
They just guessed wrong.
epic cereal boy just reads the cereal boxes wrong.
We'll we have to talk about the cereal boy in a minute, but I want to say like 2 more things about like these
characters,
Young Soon and her mom, because the final way where he gets it's always like just a bit of the myth for whatever reason. Like she never tells him the whole story at once, which is stupid and annoying, but whatever. By the way, for the first one, it's like when Young Soon's mother tells, like, just says one sentence, and the Young Soon translates it as, these creatures are called narfs, like just one sentence. Young Soon's mom didn't say the word narf a single time, so it's like,
Yeah.
There's another word for it in Korean, I'm sure.
Of course. Narf and tartutic and scrunt are just like translations of Korean words.
Yeah, those are simply traditional Korean words.
And then the final bit where he gets the final information, there's like Young Soon is like, you have to talk to my mother, but she doesn't like you because you're an intruder, and she has to see you as a child. And then there's an incredible bit where Paul Giamatti eats like cookies with milk. And he needs to get like milk on his mustache. He's not allowed to wipe it. And then he gets.
He looks like he just ate my ass after I got cream pied.
Hey,
God.
Hey, you don't need to make this worse than it already is.
It's actually Blair. It's in my actually Blair. You should check the details of my contract. I actually am required by law to make this worse than it already is.
Pretty sure she does this at least once an episode.
Yeah. And then Paul Giamatti like crawls to fetal position and lies down on the sofa and like whips back and forth until she's like, oh, she's so cute. This grown ass Paul Giamatti adult. I now see him as a child.
Giamatti adult.
Paul Giamatti adult baby moments.
Literally.
Can we cram Giamatti into the phrase adult baby?
Paul Gia baby.
Paul Gia baby.
That's not a Paul Gia baby.
A Paul Gia baby.
Simply a Paul Gia baby.
Oh my god.
I can't.
Can you do better?
God.
Can you do better than that?
No.
No.
So it's a Paul Gia baby.
Okay, well, I'm sorry I asked.
This is now your cross to bear, Blair.
I know.
It's your cross to Blair.
You won me back. I'm back on board.
Excellent. Do we want to talk about... what do we want to talk about next? Because I would love to talk about the stoners. I would love to talk about the myth. I would love to talk about Serial Boy.
Yeah,
I
really want to talk about Crossword Dad, played by Colin Powell, and his epic serial son. This man played Colin Powell in the same movie where Thanos played George Walker Bush president, and I'm losing my mind. Epic Serial Boy. This fucking... I have a list of tenets. Can I go down it and maybe we can pick from it?
Please,
Yeah.
by all means.
Okay, so we've got Asian Grandma and her thotty with a heart of gold daughter.
Check.
We love them.
We love them. We've got Crossword Dad and Epic Serial Son.
Yep.
We've got M. Night Shyamalan and his girl boss sister.
Yes.
Classic.
We've got
Yes.
Tummy Man and his nag wife. Funny. We've got Where Do You Work Out? Parentheses, the library, also my hog.
Yes.
We've got I guess stoners. Written by people who don't know anything about people who have ever smoked weed.
Yes.
We've got Epic Ownage Film Critic, Gran Torino. We've got Hippie Cat Lady, who everybody, the movie itself included, takes entirely too damn seriously. And big stereotypical Hispanic family that I don't think get any names, which is very cool.
There's just many of them, that's the joke.
And Paul Gia baby, so...
A Paul Gia baby.
A Paul Gia baby.
I'm so appalled. Spalding Ball.
God. I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
And you might be thinking, listener, that seems like too many characters. And you'd be right.
No, where you're wrong is they all serve a purpose in this great myth.
They fucking don't.
This myth
is the
is
thing.
so
They
bad.
extremely don't.
This myth is so fucking bad. Like it's clearly written by someone who has never like. It is like the same type of myth as like fucking J.K. Rowling's like Ichabod stuff or whatever, where it's like clearly written by someone who has never actually heard what bedtime stories are like. Like the point of bedtime stories are that they're easy to follow and that there's like, you know, there's like things you can relate
it's
to.
not about Narf and Scrunt and Toterix. Tartarix.
The first most important thing about the bedtime story is that it doesn't have fucking 50 words that don't exist that you have to keep track of.
Just sometimes, like, listen, I love a good proper noun. Like, I played Control, and I love, the oldest house and all of those things. But there are just points in this movie where it feels like someone just loaded a shotgun filled with every proper noun they could possibly fit in there and just fucking blasted your brains out with it. Like, just you're getting Scrunt and you're getting Narf and you're getting the writer and the fucking the writer.
We'll have to let's talk about Epic Serial Dad first.
Please, yes.
Yeah.
Epic Crossword Dad.
Epic Crossword Dad and Epic Serial Son.
Yeah.
Come on, Janusz.
This man cloned himself.
Yes. Truth.
Because we meet Epic Crossword Dad, who does crosswords, and he has one of the funniest scenes in the movie to me, which is there's a scene where Story the Narf
The Madam Narf.
Story the Narf sounds like that just sounds like a Sonic character.
Yeah, just like the fact that she's called Story is ridiculous enough, and that she's a Narf. But now, for the first time, I am hearing the phrase "Story the Narf." It's just an entirely new level.
I really am just imagining this like in Sonic the Hedgehog, Knuckles the Echidna, Snarf the Snatch the Weasel, Narf or Story the Narf. I don't. Is his name actually Snatch? I can't remember. There is a weasel named something like Snatch or something.
I hope it's not Snatch.
Pussy ass the weasel.
Don't love that.
God.
So there's this scene where Story the Narf is not allowed to talk about the blue world from which she hails in to other people, but M. Night Shyamalan's sister shows up and says, so when I was a kid, when my mom would ask me, are your friends doing illegal things? I wouldn't say yes or no, but I would tug on my ear to say yes, which was still snitching, but it didn't feel like that. Anyways, you should try doing charades with me so I can guess what you're trying to say while you sit in the shower. And at one point they gather 10 people from the apartment in the room, and they're like, okay, I think that we've got the guild here, which is the stoners. We've got the healer, who is the hippie lady, and we've got the symbologist, whatever the fuck is it, the symbologist? I don't remember.
Might be.
I think you're right. Yes.
And so he a symbolist. Then fucking. Paul Giamatti hands Crossword Dad a crossword puzzle and is like, "Hey, do your symbols." And he's like, "Well, I did my symbols, and it says this word meets this word, and that means that we should do a party. And then this word I struggled a lot with, but then it suddenly came to me, sonorous. It means that there need to be a band or something in order for it to go right."
This is exactly how I solve crosswords.
And it's just like a minute of Jeffrey Wright just looking at the camera and being like, well, when 6 Down was WKRS, the radio station, that means that we need to use the radio waves to tell all the people around us that we're having a big party for Story the Narf. And when 18 across was Narf, that means that Narf.
I'm drawing Story the Narf as a Sonic character, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you so much. But then later it turns out that he's not the symbolist. It was instead his son, who the entire time we see him, he's just noticing patterns on the back of a cereal box, and his method of divining the truth was to look at all the cereal boxes in his cabinet and read them from left to right, and then when you arrange them properly, he says, oh shit, this says that there needs to be a sisterhood of 7 people, and this is what the back of my Lucky Charms and Cap'n Crunch say when you put them together.
The fucking cereal boxes. I cannot fucking believe this movie. It's everything we say about this movie. I have watched this movie, and it still feels like it's a fever dream.
Literally, still, I just finished watching this movie 2 hours ago. It is, and it's, I just, there's I said this about Signs, and I say this about Lady in the Water too.
Oh shit, they're making a sequel?
God.
Good joke, fun joke. I don't think M. Night Shyamalan backspaces ever. And I don't think he reads what he had previously written ever.
Of course not. If he read what he previously wrote, he might decide, I might want to backspace that.
So there's all too many details, all too many twists. They're not even particularly potent twists, They're just whoops, we were wrong. Let's do it right now. The stakes feel so low. So low.
They feel so I watched this movie. I didn't watch this movie. This movie happened to me.
Yeah.
I am shocked that this movie was under 2 hours. I am impressed by M. Night Shyamalan that he fit all of that garbage into
109 minutes.
Yeah. Impressive. It's deeply impressive.
I mean, when your plot can be explained in 5 minutes, you have to spend the rest of it just meandering. It's the slowest possible way you get from point A to point B.
There's at the same time too little and too much plot in this movie. It's just
yeah.
There's a lot happening,
clutter.
but it doesn't amount to anything. As you said, Blair, the stakes are or this, I don't know which of you said that, but the stakes of this movie, right? Like, it should be, like, on paper, the stakes should be high as fuck. Like, it's like, you know, this person who needs to get back, and, you know, there's, like, these monsters, these grunts, and there's this big eagle, right? Like, it could have stakes, right? If we, like, cared for, if Story was, like, a character, we can maybe care for her to get back, but she's like nothing. Like the title for her being the title character, I feel like she's in the movie for like 15 minutes. Like,
yeah.
The thing is that she's in the movie for the entire runtime, but she's like an active participant for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The rest of it is just spent of her being just like a singular, like, she's not objectified in the classic sense of being like, oh, that's look at the big bizarre. She's objectified in that she has the exact same importance on screen as a lamp.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the core plot of the movie, or like the core, like, the things that happen, I guess, because plot would be, I'm not sure we can call this a plot, but
No.
the core, like, conceit is that there's all these characters and there's the story, and now we have to puzzle them together, which of them fits into which role in this story. Like, it feels like a I don't know, puzzle game where you have to, like, fit things into slots, I guess, and find out which one belongs to which one. Like, you have this inventory of fucking
It feels like
Puzzle
a question
Dad
in
and
open world
Serial
RPG.
Child, and you have to find out which one is which.
Yes.
But
yeah.
but we care so little for what's happening, because it's also, like, based on, like, if it was based on a story that we know, you know, maybe that could be interesting. If it was like a well-known myth that this, like, the concept of it being a modern fairy tale could be cool if it was like a well-known story that got applied to modern times or whatever. That could be
right. And we see that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we all love our classic stories being told through a modern lens. We all love Clueless.
Absolutely.
We all
We all
do
love
love
Clueless,
Clueless.
but this is...
I did watch Clueless for the first time last week, and I gotta say that's a pretty funny movie.
I have not seen it.
I don't like the part where Paul Rudd fucks his sister at the end, but
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, they do go out of their way to point out that it's ex-stepsister, but it's still a sister.
If you have to explicate, like,
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
it for a class, and my professor explicated, well, there's no actual, like, blood relation between them, and the face that I made in response to that was just
I know.
I
like,
believe
you're right, but
I believe the original story
Exactly.
it's based off of is even more incestuous, so they backpedaled as much as they could, I think.
Cool. Yeah, but, like, he has so little understanding for what makes, like, if it... Because the myth that gets, like, reimagined, that gets, like, reapplied to this modern thing, I guess, is so incompetent already. Like, the bedtime story as a base is just confusing. That means that now, like, we don't care what the guardian and what the healer is.
No, I just want this movie to be over because there's just it doesn't establish what we're, like, looking out for clear enough, soon enough. It's because, first of all, it's spread out through the entire movie, like we talked about, which is, like, a great, like, grueling. It is an exercise in patience in order to gain anything. Patience I did not have, so I learned nothing about the myth of this that is the core conceit of this movie. And yeah, it's not simple enough. It's altogether too complicated. It wants to be it's like M. Night Shyamalan was like, hey, what if I wrote The Dark Crystal? You know?
Don't bring that into existence.
Listen, it just got canceled off of Netflix. They're looking for new blood for it.
Okay.
Who better than
I don't know. I have no
who better
idea if
than
the Dark
Mr.
Crystal on
Knight?
Netflix is good or not. So,
More like the Dark Pistol.
Hey!
nice. There's just this other thing also that, like, there's too dang much to everything, while it's also nothing. Like, there's
Yeah.
every single character has, like, 5 quirks. Like,
Yeah.
why does Paul Giamatti have a stutter? What does that?
It's so bad.
Because
too.
it's so bad.
They add the stutter just so that he can not have the stutter around story, I guess. And yeah, the stutter is like I don't have like a particularly pronounced stutter. I don't even know if I would call it a stutter, but like you hear me like run up to word like just like kind of like run up on words occasionally. And I have to like you heard me at the start of the sentence saying I like
right,
that's just kind of how I talk. But like the I don't know. It just
sounds
like
really fake.
Well, it's fully fake.
Yes.
I feel like they had to be like, Paul Giamatti, we need to humble you even more as an actor.
Can you be Giamattier?
Yeah, so we need to make you the most humiliated character.
Paul Giamattiest.
in a movie full of deeply humiliated characters, unless you're M. Night Shyamalan.
Speaking of fucking which...
We need to make this man as cucked as possible without ever actually giving him a romantic interest of any shape or form.
Yeah, I mean,
God.
he comes into this movie with murdered wife and children.
God.
He is sad Paul Giamatti.
I truly, I somehow don't think I realized that he had a child and he had the children and wife that were murdered. I did not clock that somehow.
They mention it probably twice, and I happened to be paying attention during one of those moments.
Incredible.
This literally is sad Paul Giamatti, though.
So
This movie is like being like asking for like a meal, you know, like being served a meal, except what you're served is like 1,500 communion wafers that you have to eat. There's just too much, but they're insubstantial and they don't even taste particularly good.
Exactly.
let's.
Do we want to talk about Mr. Knight's character?
Yeah, I
in
was
this
gonna
film?
say that.
Please.
Mr. Knight Shyamalan.
Please. Epic martyred world savior writer.
He gets introduced by. There's a whole lead up to that, where Paul Giamatti goes through every single person in the apartment complex, and is like, "Hey, have you not considered writing? Maybe a book?
He's trying to find the
Maybe
writer.
an essay? Have you considered have you ever written like a fan fiction? Maybe fanfiction.net?
An exhausting process.
Wattpad fic? Anything? You written a creepypasta? Like he every single person, and they're all like, no, not much of a writer.
Never written a creepypasta boyfriend scenario?
Grueling.
And
Another
then the
grueling
accidentally
scene.
stumbles.
Never written One Direction adoption fantasy stuff. No. Okay. Particularly long Twitter thread, maybe. Have you ever said let's get into some game theory?
Never even posted.
Yeah,
Like,
man, you posting?
He even asks the fucking stoners
God.
if they're like writing on an essay, working on an essay or something.
Listen, don't denigrate stoners. I'm a stoner and I've written plenty of essays. I wrote
I
one
know
last
this
week,
about
and after
you.
we're done recording, I have to cram an entire essay.
Yeah, but you're like a real stoner. You're not a movie stoner.
so true.
You're like a person, like a human being.
Remember when he asks the Asian girl what if she's writing anything for school, and she says no, all of my classes are multiple choice.
Yep.
What
Which
classes?
exists?
What classes?
What possible classes? In what world?
Would you not have to do a long or at least a short answer
Yeah.
question?
Yeah. In what universe?
I've had some multiple choice exams. It's never gonna happen that it's every single class. Like you're,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like there's
especially because she reads a lot. Like,
Yes.
She's working out at the library.
but anyway,
Oh,
then
man.
he comes across Mr. Knight and his sister
Vic Ran.
Vic. And,
Vic Ran.
and he finds his manuscript that has like a paper on top that says "Do not read,"
And then he reads it.
and then he reads it, and it's called the cookbook. So he's like, "Oh,
God.
fuck off!"
And,
it's his
when
ridiculous.
he asks M. Night Shyamalan about it later, and M. Night's just like, yeah, I was just trying to write something about like the society that we're living in a society these days, man. I just want to talk about
Literally.
like the social ills that plague us.
Yeah,
It's his fucking Unabomber manifesto.
it's the fucking. Have you seen? I have watched a ton of Neil Breen movies recently for normal reasons, And
Yes.
one of the things that really sticks with me about Fateful Findings is that he always just talks about how I have uncovered all these corporate and government secrets, and I will expose them to the world, and they will see, and all this corruption. But he never makes it clear what they are. It's all just the most secret government and corporate secrets.
QAnon.
And that's how I feel about what M. Night Shyamalan's book is. He just says, it's all my philosophical thoughts about the way the world works and the social issues. What are those? Who knows?
Who's to say?
That, like, the thing is that, like, in 2006, like, I think that I think a brown person in the United States might be particularly motivated to write about the social things that they have faced for maybe the last, say, 5 or so years.
Yes.
So, like, I feel like there's an angle that could have been gone at, for even if they're just going to say, yeah, it's just like my free-flowing thoughts, man, about, like, what's wrong with society. Like coming from someone coming from in, like, post 9/11.
Name an ideology. Like, right. Like, say one ideology.
Yeah, right. But, like, the fact that he just says, yeah, man, it's all my thoughts and my ideas. It's pretty cool. And, like, then Story walks up and is like, your writing will change. You will inspire Barack Obama, the sequel. And then he will become president, and you will be assassinated. She tells him that his wife will have 7 children, and he will meet 2 of them.
His sister will have 7 children.
Oh, it's his sister. I'm sorry, his sister. I in my head I mix it up, and I was like, damn, are you like literally like cucking this man from the future? Like, you're telling this man that he is.
That would have been better.
I mean, not that it matters.
Right.
God, and there's like this.
Like, I'd fucking love to get.
Speaking of post 9/11,
can you? Sorry, Yanis, I don't want to cut you off, but just briefly, can you imagine like the fear that you have to live with if someone tells you that your sister will have 7 children and you'll meet 2 of them? You're like, the first kid comes along, you're like, all right, we're doing good till that's, and then your sister calls like, I am pregnant, and you're like, oh.
Also, 7 children.
Would you just tell your sister not to fuck?
Well, that's got its own complications involved with it.
I am always telling my brother not to fuck. Personally, I don't know about y'all.
My sister moved in with her boyfriend this weekend, and my last words to her before she left were, I put my hand on her shoulder and I said, Emily, I need you to listen to me now. Do not fuck.
You can have
words,
one child.
Do not fuck.
Goodbye.
Change the world.
As soon as your second child gets born, I will have to fear for my life. So
yes. Oh my god, you would resent that child so much.
I was gonna mention, because Sarah, you said post 9/11, and there's this weird thing about this movie that never gets elaborated on, is that there's like several scenes where Paul Giamatti just like sits in a room contemplating, and there's the news coming from the TV, and it's all like war reporting, and it's like about Iraq or whatever, and it just never gets elaborated on. Like it's
all just set, because like we get that like thing that it's all set dressing to like sort of prove M. Night Shyamalan's point, because the open, like the Star Wars title crawl we get is David Ogden Stiers narrating
about this.
The stuff at the start. He's just like, the magic. I'm just reading off the Wikipedia here. The magical Narf of the undersea blue world provided guidance to humanity millennia ago. Humanity has forgotten that relationship, plunging itself into the devastating wars that are referenced throughout the remainder of the film, seeing the looming end of humanity. The Narf have now sent some of their human-appearing young to help humanity, that they are mostly killed by scrunts, and humanity has forgot how to listen to the others. So, like, it's, what if we all just, instead of doing war, we all held hands? And, like, obviously I'm anti-war. Like, if you know me, you know this, but it's also just like, damn, if we just listened, that would be a change. Trying to make a change.
Yeah.
Change the world.
Change the world.
But it's so half-assed.
It's John Lennon Imagine levels of half-assed. Just
my God.
It's
imagine
nothing.
there's
It's celebrities singing Imagine levels of
Yes, exactly.
Paul Giamatti singing Imagine.
We're coming up on a year anniversary of that. We're also coming up on a year anniversary of all the celebrities in black and white saying, I promise to end racism.
Oh my God. God, the one where they're like, it is also my fault. But that's it.
I'm still just like fucking, I'm still just completely we all know, obviously, that writers love to write about how writers are the biggest and most important people of the world. Like, Stephen King loves to do this.
Yes.
But, like, the extent to which the writer is centered in this story is insane, especially considering, like, the writer is, like, ostensibly very important for this universe later on, but with nothing else known about this current universe, it's like, it just feels completely left to the side, especially when especially after, like, that plot, like, quote unquote, resolves, and then, like, for the rest of the movie, we're doing Narf hunt and all that shit. And it's just like M. Night Shyamalan just shows up, jerks off for 30 minutes and says, oh, writers are the best, writers are the most important, writers will change the world, and then fucking leaves to go back to behind the camera and say, okay, cool, now we're doing Narfs again. We're going to Narf.
Let's go Narfs, baby. Love to Narfs.
I hope that this movie is in the Unbreakable universe so we can see a future film wherein M. Night Shyamalan plays the president, and then we get to see him be assassinated on screen. Not because I wish violence against the man, because I do not. No. But I just think that would be very funny.
No, I think.
Wait, are you saying that in this future that the orator from the Midwest that he is inspired was himself, or are you saying that this is a different president? Are you saying that M. Night Shyamalan is playing Vic Rand, the guy who wrote this book, and then also Barack Obama, the president who was inspired by it and then is assassinated?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Oh my god. It would be very cool if he did, like, fucking Glass 2, but then the Scrunts are there or whatever.
Yeah, it's the Scrunts, it's the aliens from Signs, and it's the plant from The Happening. Yes. All they, like, the fucking the Spider-Man's Sinister Six. That's what it is. It's the Spider-Man Sinister Six, but of M. Night Shyamalan. Bring the fucking elevator devil in here too. Why not?
God.
I mean,
I think it would be. I do think it would be a much more entertaining movie to see fucking Samuel L. Jackson fight against the Scrunts.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish someone wrestled a Scrunt.
Yeah.
I know I keep coming back. I know I keep talking about this, and I'm just talking in circles with nothing really new to say, but I cannot believe the size of Mr. Shyamalan's dick and balls to just show up to just write, direct, and feature in a movie where he just writes that, yes, this writer will save the world. We are saving story. I am the writer, capital T, capital W, the writer who will save the world and influence a president who will be assassinated.
I mean, I'm genuinely in awe of this movie. Like, I just cannot believe that this was made. That no one told him not to. No one taught him to. Maybe if you're writing a self-insert character who is Jesus and the writer. Mm-hmm. Maybe not cast
Chuck
yourself.
From Supernatural. It's literally just Chuck from Supernatural. That's literally what this character is.
Oh my god! Like,
it's
the lack of restraint of this movie is like I genuinely admire this. Like, it's you never you or at least very rarely do you see a movie that is this much like looking directly into the sun.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody swings quite this hard with movies anymore.
Yeah.
Like, don't
one
get me
goes
wrong.
this nutty with it.
Don't get me wrong. With, like, M. Night Shyamalan swung so hard on this that he got 3 strikes off of a single pitch.
Yeah.
But, like, he did at least swing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess so. What I'm thinking about right now is, and something I've been thinking about just in life in general, is that there are so many ills and evils done in the world in the name of children who are not going to benefit from them. Right. And this movie is one of them.
Yeah.
Man.
God, do you think M. Night's kids have seen this movie?
Oh, I know they have. I'm positive they have once.
I think
with
they
their
saw
father.
it, but I don't know how much they paid attention to it.
Mm-hmm. I imagine they were at the premiere of it, and that was probably the only time they saw it, unless Mr. Shyamalan was like, "Hey kids, it came out on DVD. You're both getting a copy of it, a DVD for Christmas."
I mean, at this point, this movie is 15 years old now, so at this point, they're like adults.
This movie can get a driver's license next year. This year, actually. Or you can get a learner's permit, not a driver's license. Driver's license next year.
I will not
Yes.
go on the streets if this movie can drive.
I think
God,
my
and this
should be
movie
able
came
to
out the
drive.
year I got my driver's license. Fuck off with
my
that.
God.
I can't believe we're an hour and 20 minutes into this podcast and we have not yet said the words Madam Narf once.
Madam Narf.
Madam Narf do 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 do. Madam Narf do do do. I have been waiting to talk about the words Madam Narf.
I feel like we're like kind of naturally coming to an end, but before we get to the closing segment of the show, we need to talk about Madam Narf, because it turns out that the story of the Narfs and the Scrunts is that the Narfs come to the land and they help the humans and they go back to the water. The Scrunts cannot interact with them while they're doing that, but a Scrunt is trying to attack Story because they know that she is an important Narf, a Madam Narf. And Paul
Madam
Giamatti
Narf.
asks, what was her name? Young Soon.
Yeah.
Paul Giamatti asks Young Soon, like, well, do you know? Does someone know that they're a Madam Narf? And Young Soon says, no, no one knows. That's what makes it special or something.
That's
like,
the
just
moral of the story. You never know who you are, or something like that.
God.
And I was like, what? what sort of
You never know when
moral
you never know when you might be the super special shonen protagonist, Madam Narf.
you never know when you might be
I want
secretly
to be
blonde.
my name's Madam Narf, and I'm gonna be Hokage.
God,
I
fucking incredible.
Yeah, so the entirety of so they do like a whole like Madame Narf spell, and I was like, cool, and then she's like blonde, and then I'm like, cool, so it's like so it's just a spell to make you blonde, and not even like oh, I'm ethereal and I've got white hair and I'm ooh, but she's just like put on a nice blonde wig and that's it.
Right.
Wig.
Wig.
Wig. Yes, yeah,
Wig.
right. Yes, of course, wig.
Does anyone else have any further comments about the Narfs, the Scrunts, the Great? I feel like we didn't even talk about the Great Eatland, which is not really important, but it is just a giant eagle.
I
big
hated
eagle.
the noise it made it. That's the only thing I have to say about it.
It was screech.mpeg or whatever.
Yeah.
Screech.wave.
Screech.mpreg is my most problematic Saved by the Bell fanfiction.
Fuck off.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
my homepage. That's where you can find my portfolio if you would like to hire me for work.
Appearances?
Appearances, yeah. Hire me for appearances. I'm on Cameo. God.
I want to talk a bit about the stoners for a second, because we mentioned them a few times. The first thing we see of them or hear of them is they're listening to Bob Dylan, and then one of them says, so many people are better than him. Axl Rose, Sebastian Bach, hell, even John Bon Jovi is better.
And Janos logged on.
Are you an anti Bon Jovi person?
I don't love the man.
Life is a highway, though.
God.
Life become highway.
Detroit
Can
become
I-
highway. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can, Roy. Yes, you can.
Please.
We haven't talked about Paul Giamatti realizing that he's the healer and crying
God.
on Story
Oh
the
my
North.
God, how have we not talked about that?
And realizing, having his big revelation that he loves all of the people in the apartment building so much, and the moral of the film is loving your eccentric neighbors
Yes.
and their antics. And I am in the middle of moving out of the apartment that I've lived in for 4.5 years, and the only reason I've ever learned a single one of my neighbors' names is because one time I accidentally got some of their mail, and another time I had a neighbor who had her name on her license plate, and that's all I've fucking ever known about them in 4.5 years.
I will wait in my car to avoid
Yeah!
encountering my neighbors while coming into my building.
Literally! I will risk carbon monoxide poisoning to not become familiar with my neighbors.
Oh,
Paul Giamatti healing scene.
Paul Giamatti healing scene.
What did I miss?
A Pulp Gia baby healing scene, holding Story and saying, "I don't want to lose you," and
doing Pieta pose.
I don't. Okay, I know I keep saying one more thing about this movie, but like genuinely one more thing. What is the relationship between Paul and Story supposed to be? Because I don't. It felt like it was like teetering on the brink of romantic, and then teetering back into like parent-child, and then just like wobbling the entire movie, and it just kind of feels like it stayed on that balance the entire time, and I don't like that.
Well,
I don't like it
thing
either.
is, it's difficult for Paul Giamatti as a human being to have a relationship with or charisma or like chemistry with like with a human lamp.
That is his curse.
That is his curse, and it's a difficult thing. And because that is all because it's not Paul Giamatti again. Is not playing a character. He's just Paul Giamatti, but sad. And then Bryce Dallas Howard, yes. So I think it is like there's no relationship there is the thing. They don't relate to one another.
No.
Bryce Dallas Howard's Story does not relate to anyone. She interacts occasionally, but there seems to be no sort of personality there to be exchanged with a different personality. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, she's
anyway.
there. She's there to get wet and be a waif.
Yes.
I
will say, cause
sorry, I've gone silent because I just made a staggering revelation.
Yes.
Bill Irwin is in this movie as Mr. Leeds, and I think he's the funny farting husband, the funny tummy husband.
Yeah.
No, he's Gran Torino living by himself.
Yeah, he's Gran Torino.
Oh yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I learned that Mr. Irwin had a very prolific role on Sesame Street, specifically as Mr. Noodle in the Elmo's World segment.
I think that's better than this.
Probably.
Yeah, no, I
certainly.
listen. I'm a huge Mr. Noodle slut over here. Like I make Mr. Noodle fan cams on the daily. It's just,
Sarah,
it's just
that's
like
what we're always calling you. Huge Mr. Noodle Sweat.
this is the exact energy as the other day when I found out that the Hitman Agent 47 voice is the same guy as the Lego City Build the Helicopter guy voice.
I got maybe 6 hours of sleep last night, so the soonest we could stop talking about this movie, the better
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
for my
I was
soul.
just gonna say
let's-
about the like relationship between them. I will say I did have a moment like around like I don't know, an hour and a half into this movie where I was like really worried that they're gonna like kiss out of nowhere, because that's what many bad movies would do, and it would have been very uncomfortable. It didn't happen. So okay,
No.
but like you did
If
say,
nothing
Sarah,
else.
it was never clear if it's supposed to be
So,
romantic
in the
or
interest of getting
paternal thing.
Yeah.
in the interest of getting Blair the fuck out of here, I'm going to take this to close. I'm going to take this to the rating station now. Choo choo, pulling into the rating station. And now please pull out the little card that's under your seat, and please rate this movie on a scale of 0 to 5 scrunts. How many scrunts are you going to give this movie? Because I am leaning like this was not fun as Signs was. Like I think there is redeemable quality to Signs. There is nothing like particularly ridiculous about this movie that I think makes it worth watching either. This might just be like a single scrunter for me.
This is one scrunt to me, and it gets one scrunt. First off, because I think that's how many scrunts were in it. Second, because I could not wait to talk about this damn thing. I was so fucking excited to talk about this.
Yeah, me too. Like I was.
It gave me that, at least.
This movie is lucky to get a scrunt.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it one scrunt also, but I will also say I did have like good time watching it. Not in a way that I was enjoying it, but more in the sense of I was not believing what I'm perceiving with my human eyes.
Right, yes.
Before we do questions, I just want to share a brief a conversation that happened in the Discord server where I streamed this movie last night.
Oh boy.
Leah says Narf. Twit Marty, that's me, says Madam Narf. Moose says, hate when Tartudic doesn't stop the JG Scrunt from getting Madam Narf. Akatui says, really hate how Johnny Depp ruined any future I had experience adventures in the Isle of Tarturic. And then Leah says, oh fuck, I'm gonna scrunt.
JG Scrunt. I do want to read out just one more thing about the production section on the Wikipedia page for this.
Oh,
it says,
please.
the film was originally planned to be produced by Touchstone Studios, just as Shyamalan's previous 4 films, but ultimately no deal was reached. Disney executive Nina Jacobson had spoken with Shyamalan about the film's storyline, the idea for which studio chairman Dick Cook didn't understand. Shyamalan was reportedly angry about the response, claiming that Disney no longer valued individualism. And in no circumstances do you gotta hand it to Disney, but...
Oh my god, that is so funny. That's perfect.
We've got questions.
Sure, let's.
Hieronymus Goat at Curse Goat asks, do you think M. Night had to be hospitalized after trying to suck his own dick so hard? Also, tell me about your scrunt sonas.
Scrunt.
Yes, M. Night Shyamalan was hospitalized and they had to remove 2 of his ribs to make it easier for him next time.
Yep. I have not seen The Happening, so I don't know how that compares to this, but...
I'm so excited to watch The Happening.
I just learned about who okay, first of all, this is such a sidebar, but I have to say, like, M. Night Shyamalan does not understand what actors have chemistry with one another and make sense together in the same movie. And this movie is an example of that, and also The Happening is an example of that. Mark Wahlberg, Zooey Deschanel. What? in what universe are they ever acting in the same genre? You know? Anyway,
yeah.
continue.
Yeah, I mean, that's
No
why
TV.
that's why I said at the beginning of the episode that it is unbelievable to me how good The Sixth Sense is. Like, even in terms of, like, how well he chose actors. It didn't... Like, Bruce Willis isn't an obvious choice for the part, but he's doing great in that. And
right, especially because I think Bruce Willis was, like, coming off of, like, like, that was, like, 90s, I think.
Yeah.
Like, he would have been coming off of, like, a big action stint, I feel like.
Yeah. And even, like, Unbreakable, like, even there, like, he was able to get great performances out
the
of
last the last stuff he did before The Sixth Sense was, like, the Fifth Element, Mercury
Oh,
Rising,
yeah.
Armageddon, The Siege, Breakfast of Champions.
Yeah.
Which Breakfast of Champions is not that's not an action film, but, like, to pluck the man from Armageddon and say, yeah, that's the Sixth Sense guy.
Yeah.
That's a child psychologist, and it worked. Like, that's not a bad feat, and I don't know what happened to him. Like, did he get... I feel like the success of... Like, because The Sixth Sense was, like, the second most successful after the Phantom Menace movie of that year, I think. So, I don't know if it's just, like, the success that made him, like, more and more egotistical.
I'm sorry,
like, this movie is just like him sucking his own dick so hard that...
Yes.
The Sixth Sense and the Phantom Menace being contemporaneous is fucking with me a little bit. I need a second.
The Matrix also, if that helps. And Fight Club. All those 4 movies came out in the same year, so make of that what you want.
A pretty good year.
Jesus
Pretty good year
Christ.
for cinema.
It's
okay. I've processed it.
1999 is like kind of a legendary year for movies in that regard. Just
Honestly, yeah.
just out of the
Anyway.
sheer, I can't believe these came out in the same year factor.
Yes.
I don't know what my scrunt sona would
Also-
be. It's just one scrunt as we discussed.
I think all scrunts are created equal, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yes.
and that's
We are all
how I
scrunt.
would want it. Yes.
My scrunt's got a sun hat though, just to be
That's fun.
just to be clear. I was thinking last night as I fell asleep. This is like literally nothing, but I was thinking last night as I fell asleep about how badly I want like a commission of Zhenya as like a Full Metal Alchemist state alchemist, the sun hat alchemist.
Yeah. You should, but also commission her as a scrunt, I
Yeah,
think.
of course.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, Hioke Bono Renkinjutsushi, and then also Scrunt Zhenya, Scrunt Hat Zhenya.
Yeah, there we go.
Pretty good.
Next question. Next question from Justin Crandell at this Crandell. What do you think Mr. Night Shyamalan was like really saying in this movie? What, if anything, did everything mean? What this movie was saying is that writers are great. Crank, 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 crank.
Yeah, great question, Justin.
No.
Yeah, I guess like the whole like story metaphor, right? That stories are just what makes humanity move and saves the world. And even though there's the Iraq war going on or whatever, there's gonna be a child who gets inspired and then grows into a great orator. But you're gonna get assassinated. So
Yeah, but yeah, come on. Don't get your hopes up too much.
I think he was saying Norf.
I think
Just like we're all saying
Narf.
Norf.
Narf.
Norf. To me.
All right. Now we're going to do recommendations.
that's a nerf to me.
That's a Norf to me.
She does what she wants, but she's always Madam Narf to me. Oh, she takes care of the scrubs.
Unfortunately, we're funny.
Unfortunately, we're funny.
I hate that we're funny.
Yeah.
All right.
You hate to see a girl boss be funny.
Is Sarah a girl boss?
I guess.
I'm podcast girl boss.
Narf boss.
Narf boss. There we
Narf
go.
boss. Oh my god, my brain's gonna be broken for the next week. I'm just gonna say Narf.
Apology, baby.
Constantly in response to everything. Oh god. Okay. Recommendations.
Do either of our lovely guests have something they would like to recommend to our lovely audience?
If not, I can go first. As always, I will offer that.
I had something and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Janos?
I don't know. I have been watching, but this is the toughest sell for recommendations, because to really enjoy it you have to read like a 100-hour visual novel first. But I've been watching the most recent Higurashi anime, Higurashi Go, and it's very good. It's set up as like a remake of or like a new adaptation, but it turns out it's actually a sequel. So I'm not sure how well it works for people who haven't read the visual novel. I would definitely say, Sarah, because you already started reading the visual novel, don't watch the anime before you finish that, because it's gonna spoil great things for you. But if you've read the visual novel and have been hesitant if this new show is anything, it is incredibly good. Like just really amazingly good. Like especially if you're already a fan of this story and these characters.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
I've got two recommendations this week. One is a media thing, and one is just a thing a capitalism you can engage with. I'm not only one to advocate for engaging in capitalism, but a few weeks ago I bought a small number of Pokemon Sitting Cuties plushes just to have around. I got a Spheal, I got a Lotad, I got a Shroomish, I got a Leddyba, and I got a Torkoal. And the feeling of having a Torkoal readily visible to me at most times is just really, really been good for my mental state. And I just like to look at her and all of my special little friends. So if you want to go buy yourself a Sitting Cutie or two of Pokemon, that might, find yourself a Gen 3 guy who you like.
Fuck yes. Ricky don't lose.
Ricky don't lose. My other recommendation this week is going to be the album Can't Complain by Kill Lincoln. It's how do you like pop punk? Do you like ska? Do you like ska pop punk? Ska punk? But what if it was good though? Because I know a lot of ska pop punk is not very good, but Kill Lincoln is exceptional. I've been really just listening to Can't Complain on repeat for the last week or so. It's really just very good. Fucking right fantastic saxophone section.
Ska pop punks. Spunk.
Ska punk. Pet ska punk.
Pet ska punk.
Narf punk, is that anything?
Math punk?
Scrunt punk.
Scrunt punk.
Scrunt punk.
My recommendation this week is Scrunt punk. Thank you. My recommendation this week actually is also an album. I finally dug my teeth into Sufjan Stevens' 2020 The Ascension, and it truly might be my favorite thing he's ever put out.
Oh, damn.
It's like, I would say if you are more into his like Seven Swans, Michigan sort of vibes, you probably won't care for it. But if you like were pretty interested in Age of Ads, you're going to love The Ascension, because it's just like, what if Sufjan Stevens was just like more crazy? And it works so well. I don't know. It's just like cool art that, you know, you could tell someone was excited about making, and also it's very good, which is different than this movie, which is bad art that someone was really interested in making that is not good.
I guess I'll recommend an album too. It's not new or anything. I've been listening to a lot of Tool lately.
Oh, cool.
Undertow, good. I've been listening to that a lot. It's good.
I love that. That's so charming to me, because the only other connection I have to Tool is my father who listens to Tool.
Fallon was listening to it a lot lately, and then I became that because we're the same person, so. Two individuals with one central nervous system.
Oh, that's so charming.
And now I'm a little claymation man, and that's how I'm living my life from now on.
I love that for you.
It's good and fun. Yeah. Recommendation: become a little claymation man in a Tool video.
Oh, she's dreaming. Oh, Midget's dreaming. Oh, she's dreaming. Hi, baby. Okay, I'll keep her asleep. Okay. Anyway, hi. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
So thank you, Rory and Janos. Thank you so much for being on podcast. Where can people find you?
Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. I'm Roy. I'm on Twitter. I'm at _Benui_ BNUUI. I have a little website where you can look at my art and my projects and whatever at royhub.card.co. Mm-hmm. I have a couple other podcasts. I have Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, which is about Modao Zuchi. I do it with my fiance. And I do Nana Roy's Nightmare and Era, where I had a big audio mishap for the last episode, so appropriately enough, we had a Creepypasta Lost episode in universe, so that's what I put out.
Quite good.
It's good. I also have a Patreon if you want to, get some shit and make me do art and whatever at patreon.com/NanaRoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Janos?
You can find me at Janos Capuari on Twitter. You can also listen to some of my many podcasts. I wanna especially shout out like the two like newest things I've been doing. One of them is
I consider myself Miss So on her damn podcast, but you are king motherfucker So on his damn podcast.
Motherfucker Unlimited.
You guys just say words.
The most
language is descriptive, not prescriptive,
exactly.
Blair.
I talk like a goddamn Neanderthal anymore.
I talk like a goddamn Neanderthal anymore, Blair.
Hey, you guys.
The most recent thing I've been doing is the Quote Killer Chronicles, which we just wrapped up recording, but it's still gonna be a few weeks as they're gonna be released. We read the book The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss and decide if it's good or not. Spoilers, it's not good.
Yeah.
But the podcast is very good.
I like the concept of that podcast is very fun because it's two people who like it and two people who don't like it, and then one person who has not read it before.
Yeah, that's how it started, but
God.
now we're at the point where it's like 5 people who don't like it.
Oh dear.
And you should also check out Immortal Incantations Heartspell, which is a book that we've been writing for our Patreon and like recording it as live readings of it as we go. And we started because it's become like our most beloved project among like the 15 people who who are listening to it. So we decided
the 15 people who are A, listening to it, B, make all of the podcasts on Good Episode Productions.
Exactly. So we decided to release it for free with like a big delay. So, if you're on our Patreon, you still get like 15 more episodes than are already out. But if you just want to dip into it, you can check it out on all the podcast apps. It's called Immortal Incantations: Heartspell. And then you can also listen to my other podcasts, Who Watches the Watch, which is about Discworld, and A Song of Babies and Puppies, which is about A Song of Ice and Fire, and Lynchpin, which new episode just went up yesterday. It's a podcast about David Lynch, and the new episode is about Twin Peaks Season 2. It's a very fun episode about some very bad television, mostly.
Oh, yes. Very cool.
Hell yes.
Blair, where can people find you?
It's super easy. I mean, the thing is, Sarah, you're going to say the other podcast I have, so I'll leave that up to you. I am like, it's so funny being on like Fear Baiting episodes, because like all of the other hosts have like, so I have like these 5 million irons in the fire and these 5 million irons in the fire, and I'm like, well, I run a Twitter account. You can follow me there if you like. It's Blair Kitsch.
The thing is, Blair, you also have a lot of irons in the fire, but they are extremely offline irons.
That is so true. I'm doing things that nobody can see. But you can you can look at my tweets. They're up there online. BlairKitsch.twitter.com. Hey, Sarah.
Yeah. So we are fear baiting everywhere. That's Twitter. That's Patreon. That's the only two places really that we use. Patreon.com/fearbaiting helps support the show. $1 a month, early episodes when we get them up early. $5 a month, your name right on the podcast and a message right on the show. Send those messages. I don't think we've ever actually we've gotten one message ever from any of our patrons. So if you're listening to this and you're a patron, send us a message. This is an order from me to you.
Make us say things.
$10 a month. Yeah, you can just fucking jam your hands up our asses and make us your little puppets.
Get us canceled.
$10 a month gets your name right on the podcast also, and you get to you get to make us watch a movie of your choice. Like I said, jam your hands up our asses and make us your puppets. So thank you very much to Ducky Aisha, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, and Michael Kaiser. We love you all so much. If you want to find more of me, I'm on Twitter at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. And I also do a bunch of other podcasts, such as Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, a leftism podcast, The Wonder Years, which is an Animorph podcast that I do with Blair and Seda, and Special Grade Snacks, which is a Jujutsu Kaisen watch-along podcast that I do with my very good friend Kay. Those podcasts and this one are all hosted so graciously under Noisepace.xyz. Thank you, Matt GameCube, for creating this podcast network. What was I about to say? Thank you, Seda, for our incredible intro and outro music. Find them making music under people you meet outside of bars at gaygothvibes.online. I believe that's everything. So until next time, I'm Sarah.
I'm Blair.
I'm Janos.
I'm Roy.
And remember,
you can put a narf anywhere.
Tandem. Oh, ooh.
You can scrunt a narfed up guy anywhere.
Super good.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I know we just ended the episode, but I have to talk about something completely irrelevant to this movie and everything else that I want to talk about in the opening segment, because I watched BDG's new video. Have you all seen that?
I have not, no.
It's a fun little short like horror thing, which I think is like it's okay, but the presence of it, the thing is that like he put a fucked up guy anywhere. He literally just put a fucked up guy in there for the sake of having a fucked up guy, and I'm realizing that like you need to put a fucked up guy like somewhere important, because the fucked up guy's presence in that did nothing to accentuate the short film. It in fact took away from it because it just felt like he randomly threw a fucked up guy in there.
This is like a mini-sode at the end of our episode.
You can put a fucked up guy anywhere. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'm gonna take a nap now.
Good night.